I still remember that day like it was yesterday, boarding flight 5129 from Chicago to Miami, feeling that bone-tired exhaustion after a string of brutal investor meetings, where I'd been the only black face in rooms full of suits questioning my every move. I just wanted to sink into my assigned seat, 2A in first class, kick back in my comfy hoodie and jeans, and zone out for the flight. But there she was, this woman Karen Blackwell, lounging in my spot like it was her throne, scrolling through her phone with those perfectly polished nails, not even glancing up when I politely said, "Excuse me, ma'am, I think you're in my seat." Her voice came back sharp, dripping with that entitled edge you hear from folks who've never heard no. "Oh, I'm quite comfortable here. Thank you. Maybe you can find somewhere else more suitable." I pulled out my boarding pass, wrinkled from the rush, and held it up clear as day, too, and she finally looked at me, her eyes narrowing over my casual clothes like I was some intruder crashing her private club. "Listen," she said, leaning in with that fake sweet smile. "I'm a Diamond Elite member. I requested this window seat for my important calls. Real estate deals don't wait in. I don't think you quite get how first class operates, do you?" It hit me then. That familiar sting, not just about the seat, but the way she saw me, like my presence there had to be a glitch, because guys like me, in her world, didn't belong up front unless we were serving drinks. The cabin went quiet, folks pretending to read or fiddle with their trays, but I could feel the eyes an older black couple a few rows back nodding like they'd lived this script before, a sharp-dressed Latino woman jotting notes, probably a lawyer, and this kid with camera gear already filming, his phone glowing with live comments pouring in. I kept my cool, breathing steady. Years in boardrooms had taught me that losing it only proved their point, but inside, it burned, this assumption that my success was some fluke, that I had to prove I earned my spot while she just existed. "Ma'am," I said again, firmer this time. "This is my seat, confirmed and paid for. Could you please check your pass?" She laughed, that brittle sound echoing, "Go honey. I've flown this route 100 times, always in 2A, and if there's a mix-up, I'm sure the staff can sort it for someone like you." That's when the flight attendant, Emily Carter, stepped in, young, poised, but her smile tighter for me than for Karen. "Sir, may I see your boarding pass?" She checked it, frowned, then turned to Karen like she was the victim. "Well, it does seem assigned to Mr. Thompson here, but Mrs. Blackwell is a top-tier member. Perhaps we could move you to another great spot, with extra service to make up for it." "The inconvenience," I repeated. "You mean me giving up what I paid for because she won't budge?" Karen jumped in. "Exactly. I've got connections to catch, important work, and the lawyer lady, Sophia Ramirez, cleared her throat. Excuse me, but this smells like discrimination. He's got the ticket. Why is he the one compromising?" Things escalated fast. The kid, Tyler Brooks, announced his stream was hitting thousands, hashtags flying about airline bias, and when Captain Miller arrived, all authoritative in his uniform, he shook Karen's hand first, suggested the same flexible solution for me. I felt that old rage bubbling. Why always us, the ones expected to bend? But I held back, pulled out my phone instead. "Captain, watch this," and tapped into the AeroVision Tech app, my company's executive override, grounding the whole damn flight right there. The radio crackled, tower confirming owner directive, return to gate, and the cabin froze. Karen's face draining color as I finally said, "Allow me to introduce myself properly. I'm Jamal Thompson, CEO of AeroVision Tech. We own 72% of this airline. And yeah, I don't just fly first class. I built the systems that run it." She stammered, "But you look like..." "Like what, Mrs. Blackwell? Like someone who couldn't possibly own an empire because of my skin and sweats?" The apologies came tumbling, Emily looking sick, Captain sputtering, but I wasn't done. We taxied back, media swarming, and I banned her from our flights, turned the mess into a protocol for spotting bias in real time, rolling it out across airlines, dropping complaints by 85%, boosting fairness for everyone. 3 years on, it's global UN standards now transforming not just skies, but schools, jobs, everywhere. Unconscious crap like hers hides. And Karen? She ended up reflecting, advocating against her own old ways. Funny how power flips scripts. But here's the thing that keeps me up. What if I wasn't the CEO? Would that flight have just taken off? Another quiet injustice? Tell me in the comments, what would you do in my seat? Share your stories of standing up, or times you saw bias win. Let's talk real about justice, Because change starts when we don't look away.